What up, what up, what up, grow bros and grow gals? Welcome back to my channel. The last episode was an unboxing of these wonderful seeds we got here. And this video is going to be me germinating them. So this is everything I'm going to use right here. Got some distilled water. Got my seeds. Got my card where I write down my information about what seeds going in what slot. Pen. A little thingamabob to get the water out. And something I never used before, a can. And a heating pad to go with it. So let's jump into this. Alright, let's get started. First thing we're going to do, we're going to open up this can. This is the first time I use this. So this is a lot of firsts with me because this is a new channel and I never did none of this stuff before. So bear with me. We're going to take this out. This is what the seeds go in, and that white paper, it's like a filter so the seeds won't stick when they germinate. We're going to put this on top of the lid right there. Set that to the side. Now we got an indicator line here for the pre-soak. You're going to soak your seeds for no more than 18 to 24 hours. But we're going to fill that up to that line with some distilled water. Let's do that. All right. We got that done. Now we're going to switch out. I'm going to move this seed container over here and move the water over here somewhere. Next thing to do is get our seeds in the proper slots. Now they gave us this nifty little card here where you can write down what seeds and how many and what slot you got them in. So this is slot number 1 right here. And on here we got Nectar Drip in slot number 1 and number 2. Photo film, 1 in each slot. So let's get that done. We're going to open these up. I can't wait. I've been wanting to open this up for so long. Let's see if my hand's steady enough to get these things in here. If I can get this open. Hard to do stuff like this when you're on camera. Okay, we got that out. Let's get 2 seeds. 1. And slot number 1. And another one. And slot number 2. All right. Got that done. Now the next one is the Do.Si.Dos. These are some autoflowers. I never grew autoflowers before. I think I'm going to do these outside. So let's get into it. I'm going to do all of these. Might do a video of these growing outside. I'm not sure yet. I'm kind of focusing on the Nectar Drip right now, but we'll see. You know how sometimes life be lifing, but we gonna see. On slot number 3. 3. 4. 5. All right. Now the next thing to do is stick them back in here. You gotta line the slots up with this, with that, and let it sink down in there on its own. Don't force it. Let the paper soak and let it sink down on its own. And when it's finished sinking, we're gonna put the lid on and turn the heat mat on. I think I put a little bit too much water in there, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna pour some of that water out. Pour a little in there. How about I just use this? There we go. Then we're going to put this lid back on. All right, it's been exactly about 20 hours, around 20 hours. Let's open this up and see what we got here. They say if condensation is on the lid, that means that it was working right. So we got some condensation, so we're looking good. I don't know if you can see that, but they all poking out a little bit. Some little white hairs poking out on all the seeds. So let's finish this process up. I'm going to take the seeds out. If I can get them out. Let the water drain. Set that in the lid and let it drain. Then they say you're supposed to pour this out and use fresh water. So we got a little bowl here. We're going to do that. Now this time we're going to fill it up to this little line down here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me get something. Right here. Oh, my light not working on me. Oh, there we go. Right here. Pour a little bit in there. Right there. Now we just slide this back in here. Line it up. Make sure all that water is off that paper. The seed is not supposed to sit on any water at this point. They're just supposed to be laying on that paper, and it's supposed to be a lot of humidity in here that builds up to help them grow. So we're going to make sure all that water is out. All right. I'll line this back up in here. All right, put the lid back on, and we check back in another 8 hours or so. Okay, I'm back. I got a gallon of pH water here. I pH'd it in between 6 and 6.5. I got it at 6 point in between. It kept going in between 6.3 and 6.4. So that's good. And what I like to do, I like to moisten my dirt before I plant them in there, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I do it. It's gonna get a little messy, but pour a little bit of water in at a time and mix it up. We don't want this soaking wet. We just want to get it damp. So we're gonna do a little bit at a time. And I'm gonna show you what the consistency I like it to be when I'm done. I want it to be kind of almost like sand a little bit. I want it to stick together, but not turn into mud. It's a little bit too loose, so I'm going to add a little bit more water in there. And while I'm doing this, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. It will help out a lot. I think that's about right. A little bit more. I think that'll do it. Yeah, that's about right. So I can squeeze it. And a little bit of water run. I'll probably put a little bit too much water in there this time, but I think it'll be okay. Now the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna fill some of these pots up. I'm gonna squeeze and make sure it ain't that much water in there, because we don't want to drown the seedlings. Put that in there. That's a good consistency. We don't want to pack this in there either. Want to make sure it's loose. Just lightly pack it in here. See how loose that is? That's how you want it. That loose. Don't pack it in these cups, so them roots can flow through this dirt with ease. Alright, that's one. I got a couple more to do, and I'll come back and show you me planting the seeds. Alright, and we back. Now let's get these things in one of their new homes. So Candy Can got these wonderful tweezers. If you can see them, they got little cups inside, so you can grab your bean without damaging it. Then they have a nifty little tool on the back where you can stick down in the dirt to make a hole to stick the seed in there. So let's try it out, see how it works. Stick a little hole. Wham. Looks good to me. Let's do all of these, get them out the way. Don't want to go too deep. If the sprout is long enough, I like to plant it, the sprout down like you're supposed to, and have the top of the sprout exposed. So if you remember the videos, this slot was number 1. So that's a Nectar Drip, and this is a Nectar Drip, but this one has looked better, so I'm gonna grab this one first. Look at that. We're gonna put this down in the dirt. Just let me hold this up so you can see. It's gonna cover it a little bit. Don't pack it. That's a Nectar Drip. I wrote it on the cup. I know I got some things that stick in the dirt, but I'm gonna put a dome over these to keep the humidity in, and that's not gonna be good. Now this other one doesn't look too good, but I'm gonna plant it anyway, just to see what it do. I might be wasting my time, but let's try it. See how tiny that sprout is? But we gonna plant it anyway and see what happens. Right in this other Nectar Drip, I'm just gonna drop this one in. I'm gonna put it in too far, cover it a little bit. Gonna do it like that. That's the Nectar Drips. Now the 2 autos I got, I germinated 3, but only 2 of them germinated. So these are the auto flowers, or the Do.Si.Dos. So let's get those out the way. Wow, I love these tweezers. That's one. And here's the last one. Looking good. Let's get you in your new home, baby, so you can grow up and be some good stuff for daddy. All right. Now let's take a look at this other Do.Si.Do that didn't germinate. If I can get it out. Let's have a look, see here. Yeah, it didn't do anything. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a bad seed, but what you gonna do? All right, that's it. And I guess the next video I'm gonna show you, I should have got my spray bottle. I think I'm gonna do that. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I went and got me a spray bottle with the same pH water that I moistened the soil with. I'm just gonna give it a light spray on top. I know you're probably asking, why you doing that? And you wet the dirt already, but we want to keep the humidity high for like the first couple of weeks of them being planted. So with that being said, we got these domes to go with the cups. I got these off Amazon. I'm gonna give these a little spray in here. Put the lids on, not too tight. They got air holes in the top, but I used these before, and when I put them down tight onto the pot, there's not enough air to get in there. So I just leave them loose like this, and they're easier to take off. All right. And next time you see these, they will be in their home. Okay, I just want to show you guys some of my settings that I use. I'm using AC Infinity products. And by the way, I am not sponsored by them or the Can or Nectar Drip or Zamnesia or Method Man, Tical. I'm not sponsored by anyone. So these are all on my own pockets, but I'm about to show you. But I love this AC Infinity app and their products and stuff. This is what I do. First, I'm gonna turn the light on. Since they seedlings, I have it at 1, but I like to do it on 2. Turn the light on. Had the intensity at 2. So right now in my grow box is 79 degrees and the humidity is 68. VPD, the light level is at 2. So I turned that light on, it's getting hotter in there, but we want it to get hot. So for the humidity, I'm gonna turn my fan on. This is my temperature control. I'm gonna set this at like, I'm gonna do 80. I'm gonna do 83 right now. So once it get to 83, the fan will kick in and keep it cool down there. And this is just a circulating fan, and it's off. I really don't need that on right now, but I think I'm gonna turn it on and turn it on to 1, and we're gonna leave it right there. But this is my dehumidifier, and we don't need that yet, so we're not gonna worry about that. Back to the light. See the temperature is rising in there. And I'm about to go down and show you my whole setup, what it looked like with the lights on and everything. Okay, and we back. Now, as you can see, I brought them to their new home. And let's cross our fingers and hope everything is kosher and they grow right. So, I already showed you my settings. I'm just waiting for the temperature to go up. I hope it get a little hotter in here. I'm gonna close the door. And from here on out, probably gonna be seeing you guys like every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. Or every week we'll figure it out. But here's my little setup. Let's see if I can pan up. Not too far. But if you've seen my previous videos, you've seen my setup and how I got everything set up in here. And if anybody asking, I made this. Right, this is, maybe you'll see it one day. Maybe I'll use it on this grow for only one of those Nectar Drips. Sprout out all the way, but I made this is a trellis net setup. So I built it so that while the plant is in a trellis net, it'll sit down here on these pipes. And I got to water the drip trays at the bottom, so I won't have to move the plant while it's in a trellis net. And these 4 poles right here, all the way around the trellis net, fits right on top of that. You can't see the one over here. It's like right here. But maybe I can show you guys a little bit of the trellis net. Let me see here. I'm not going to put it in all the way, but I just want to give you an idea of what it looked like. So it would go in like this. I would stick it down here on the poles and stuff, but I didn't install it all the way yet. But yeah, so tell me what you think about that. All right, grow bros and grow gals, I guess I'll see you in 2 or 3 weeks. Like and subscribe. You're with Uncle Lightfoot, and this is the Grow Up 216.